Okay, so now we're going to connect with the crown chakra, and we're going to ask to revitalize and re-energize the crown chakra. And the symbols are Shakurei, Seiheki, Hansen Zen Shinen, and Daikaimu. So these four symbols, which you can look them up online, and I will also post them on my social media channels. So go ahead and check that out through like Instagram or Facebook. I'm pretty much linked up through all these different channels. So basically the crown chakra, let's go ahead and send in the Shakurei, Seiheki, Hansen Zen Shinen, Daikaimu. And activating our crown chakra, revitalizing the energy, and pulling through clear light energy through the crown chakra with ease and grace. Okay, next we're going to move to the third eye. In the third eye chakra, we're going to revitalize and re-energize and cleanse through Shakurei, Seiheki, Hansen Zen Shinen, and Daikaimu. Okay, now we move to the throat chakra, and we revitalize, re-energize, resynchronize, and cleanse and clear out the throat chakra. And we could also call in the color of blue, which is the color of blue can come into the throat chakra and cleanse and clear out any blockages, anything like that from this lifetime or other lifetimes as infinite beings, anything we've ever experienced that might have created a blockage here, so we can just completely release it and surrender. Cool. Okay, so the next chakra is called the heart chakra. So we're going to go ahead and cleanse and clear out and completely heal our spirit and our soul by accessing diamond light energy. So go ahead and feel and experience diamond light energy coming through the heart chakra and clearing and cleansing and transforming, transcending, transmuting all energies through Shakurei, Seiheki, Hansen Zen Shonen, Daikaimu. So these four symbols can cleanse, clear, transform, transcend, transmute all energies with ease and grace through the heart chakra. And then go ahead and feel your heart just expanding out to the size of the earth with ease and grace. Beautiful. And moving now to the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is the color yellow, and we now cleanse, clear, transform, transcend, transmute everything with ease and grace into the power of God consciousness, spiritual wisdom, and calling upon the Reiki symbols of Shakurei, Seiheki, Hansen Zen Shonen, and Daikaimu. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Cool. So the next symbol is called, the next chakra is called the Sarasvati. It's the sacral chakra. So it's located like right here, kind of like right on the abdomen. So this energy center, we can cleanse, clear, transform, transcend, transmute all energy through God consciousness, accessing the energy of light and clear light, diamond light energy. So this is the energy of creation. So Shakurei, Seiheki, Hansen Zen Shinen, Daikaimu. Okay, and then next let's move down to the root chakra. This is our grounding force. This is how we really stay connected to the earth. So we can literally bring through the power of heaven to earth, which is another Reiki symbol that I could share. And so the power of bringing heaven to earth is really connecting with, so the chakra systems go up past the 7. It goes all the way up to the heavens, to the angelic realms. So connect to the angelic realms and then bring down the light of God all the way down into the root chakra, and then send deep roots, like imagine you're a tree, and send deep roots from the root chakra down into the earth, and then connect this energy into the core of the center of the earth, into the theta frequency. And so through this, you can literally energetically become a complete beaming energy of light and love and joy. So how does it get any better than this? And how grateful can we be to be just completely cleansed in this waterfall of diamond light energy? Like my business coach, Bill Walsh, one of my business coaches, Bill Walsh, says, make it rain like diamonds. Oh, and Win University. Yeah, so make it rain. It's like, imagine that now, like, so in Reiki, it's like everything is really, it's like you can't see it, but you have to believe. Because if you believe, then it will actually happen. So, how much can you believe in yourself? And how much can you believe right now that you can experience diamonds just raining on top of you, like energetically, and cleansing your spirit and just washing away all the old emotional energies of yesterday, um, all the consciousness and all the chaos in the world. Like, what if you could experience it all as like love? What if you could experience it all as joy and happiness? Like, would you be willing to choose that and be the alchemist that you truly be? And so, alchemy, what is alchemy? Alchemy is literally experiencing something like maybe something has so much fear in it, and you literally experience it as love. So, what is that like? It's like, okay, maybe in the ancient times with like leprechauns, they were like, boom, like turning like silver into gold. Okay, so imagine you're an alchemist, and imagine you could like all of a sudden turn your whole body into like golden energy or diamonds or clear light energy. Okay, so some of you might be coming up with this judgment that this seems a little woo-woo, which I've heard before with Reiki. Okay, it's because you can't really measure Reiki. Like scientists, they'll be like, I'd like to see, I got to figure this out, like A plus B equals C. And it's like, okay, with magic, with miracles, with Reiki, with, how do you actually describe it or explain it? Like, all you can do is just have the experience and go, okay, cool, I don't have this disease anymore. I healed myself. How cool is that? And what if you could reverse your age? And what if you could just like drop all your weight and like all your stories and all your emotions and everything you've been holding on to your entire life? And what if none of it's even true? Like, what if it's all just a lie that you bought into? So one of the Access tools, so I'll just go back to lesson number 1, which is the Access Consciousness tools. So what if you could destroy and uncreate all the lies that you've ever bought into and all the manipulations? And then one of the tools is return to sender with love and consciousness attached. And the clearing statement is right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So how does it get any easier than this? And what is possible now? And what energy, space, and consciousness can we in our bodies be to experience oneness in totality with everything with ease and grace? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so I'd like to share a little bit more about my friend Axel Love and the Course in Miracles and what he shares and teaches about and what I experienced. So his spirit guide that he works with is, one of them is Jesus Christ. And I experienced this profound experience. It was like I experienced Jesus and all these like ascended master teachers. By the way, Jesus is in Yogananda's temple, so I think they're pretty good friends. I love you, Yogananda and Jesus. So in the teachings from the Course in Miracles, it's basically sharing that we're all really earth angels. And one of the teachings of Reiki, it goes right along with this, because it's like we're all really Reiki angels. We're all really love. It's like, why are we really here on this earth? Like, to realize ourselves, to realize love. So, so what energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to be the energy, space, and consciousness of contribution with ease and grace? How does it get any easier than this? And what is possible now? So imagine that we're all really like that American Medical Association symbol. It's like that you see like the Kundalini, it's like the snake of energy, right? So imagine that we can all have activated Kundalini energy going through our bodies, which Kundalini energy, as we know, is the fountain of youth. It's activating that osmosis, that energy that is basically released when the newborn child is born. So I absolutely love Kundalini yoga. I practice it every day. I'm like walking around Waikiki, like activating my energy and just like feeling so much happiness and joy. It's like taking all the pains and sufferings of the world and like transmuting it all, like, ooh, let's just be joyful today. Let's be happy today. Let's experience like profound miracles beyond our wildest imaginations and beyond. So how does it get any easier than this? And what is possible now? Okay, so basically with the American Medical Association symbol, it's like the snake of energy, and then you also see the wings, right? So that's basically our angel wings that we all have. And like, it was so fascinating because one thing that Axel Love shared with me was that he was like, you even see people that are like homeless and they're just like these angels, like they're just giving us a message. And I was like, wow, like how could he like basically train himself to know that like everything existing on the earth has a purpose and everyone's choosing exactly what they're choosing, and that's what their story is, right? So how empowering is it to know that what we choose for ourselves in our lives is actually like what we're creating. So it comes a sense of that comes with a sense of responsibility for self, like, okay, I'm really creating my pain and suffering. I'm really creating all this amazingness in my life. Wow. So, how much can we shift into self-love for everything that we are, everything we've ever created, everything that we've ever chosen for ourselves, that is like so absolutely amazing. And also at the same time, like, what if we could actually start functioning from like, this isn't working and somehow I've created this, so I'm going to apply the Access Consciousness clearing statement and remove it with ease and grace. So like energy is always changing, and sometimes we get a little attached or like stuck to the past because we think like, oh, I'm like still obligated to all these like unconscious agreements that I once bought into somehow in some lifetime or some things, yada yada yada. So basically what we could do with like creating change in our life is apply the clearing statement. So basically the clearing statement again is good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And the clearing statement you can find on www.accessconsciousness.com. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. And you'll see me on there. There's a page for facilitators. And it's really neat. There's actually facilitators all over the world. And this modality called Access Consciousness, it's the fastest growing movement of consciousness in the world. It's literally setting people free from all those places that we've been buying into the lack and limitation and sufferings and all that unconsciousness stuff that's not even real. How does it get any easier than this? So, what if you could be joyful all the time? What's it going to take for you to start practicing the bars all the time? Like, before I go to sleep, I ask my bars to activate. And I basically ask them to activate. And it's like every time that I let go of a limiting thought, feeling, or emotion, I'm setting 10,000 people free on the earth, because everything I let go of, it frees other people. So when we begin to realize the work we do on ourselves in our own spiritual evolution and how that creates such dynamic impacts in the world, like, wow. And so you also notice too, like, hey, the more energy you put into yourself, the more that you contribute to yourself, it's gonna, create dynamic change, and all of a sudden you're gonna like lift off, boom, like a rocket ship. And then people are gonna go, what happened to her? Or what happened to him? Or, what's going on? So that also creates a lot of separation as well. So what if separation no longer existed? And what if everything is total oneness? What would that be like? And what if we could all begin to really awaken ourselves to the truth of our own existence? And what if we could experience heaven on earth, right here, right now? What would that be like? What if everyone around you are angels, waking up to love? So begin to imagine what it would be like, and begin to experience what it would be like, awakening heaven on earth. all around us, all the time? What if you could see everyone as you? What if everything around you is a reflection of you? What would that be like? And what if we could receive the blessings that are all around us? Like all of these amazing angels, like Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, Archangel, who else is there? All of the archangels. Like, what if, Archangel Michael, sorry. I love you too. What if all these archangels are like all around us all the time, and they're literally like, hey, you have a body. Can you please use your body to create change in the world and to help others? And I mean, what if you could actually open up your receiving to receiving from all the angels? Like, what would that be like? What would it be like if you could receive the blessings all the time? And you could say, yes, I'm so deserving of receiving the blessings from heaven into my spirit, into my heart, into my beautiful angel wings, into my beautiful body of these amazing vibrational chakra systems. And what if I could activate my bars all the time? Like, what could be possible in the world? And like, how much could we begin to really create such dynamic impact and, truly influence one another? Like, what would that be like? So here's your invitation. Here is your invitation to consciousness. Here is your invitation to releasing all your judgments of yourself. So all your self-judgments, destroy and uncreate, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How does it get any easier than this? And what is possible now? So here's an invitation to experience more joy, more consciousness, more heart opening, more expansion, more oneness, more truth, more love, more joy, more happiness, more bliss. Call it all in. Call in your existence in totality of who you truly are and experience the amazingness of you. Stop buying into all the lies and start really owning who you are as a powerful being in totality with ease and grace. And everything that doesn't allow it, destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How does it get any easier than this? And what is possible now? Okay, so let's learn some more of the tools of Reiki. So we first started off with Reiki as spiritual wisdom, R-E-I-K-I, spiritual wisdom. And then we also moved into our chakra system and doing a nice energetic clearing and cleansing, which I recommend to do this practice at least once a week. If you could do it every day, do it every day. When you wake up in the morning, you always want to like zip up your chakra system. As my sweet teacher and friend and student, Ira Schneider out of Florida says, zip up your chakras. And you also want to put an angelic coat of armor around your body, because you want your body to always just be so protected. So you don't want to put a block up around your heart. You want to have your heart open and expanded. But you want to actually have like a force field of diamond light energy. So imagine you're inside of a beautiful eggshell. Okay, and this is amazing protection that you can do for yourself. You can do it for your lovers. You could do it for your children. You could do it for your friends, anyone. So imagine you're inside of an eggshell, and then ask the eggshell to secrete or harden with diamonds. And okay, so secrete. So basically that's it. Once you speak something, it comes into existence. Okay, so when you say activate angelic armor or activate diamond light armor, okay, so either one they're going to activate. So what is angelic armor? Angelic armor is imaginary liquid golden light, and literally imagine like, oh, hey, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, can you please pour the golden liquid light over the crown of my head and allow it to just like melt around my aura down to my feet, okay? And then you ask this angelic armor to secrete or harden, and you can literally put on like 20 coats of armor. So if you're like me, like I'm very like empathic and sensitive, so when I go into the world, it's like it's always great to just put on the angelic armor, because then you don't have to like constantly do the access clearing statement like return with love and consciousness or transmute. You could literally just allow the energy just to like like bounce back. So that's kind of cool. Or if you like doing the energetic clearing work with like the waterfall, then you could also practice that. So why am I sharing all this with you today? Because these tools have changed my life. You know, I was in a place before where I was literally in bed, like bawling my eyes out, like, you know, so traumatized from like the military and like sexual rape and all these experiences in life that I literally thought like, "Ugh, I don't even want to be here anymore, you know? Like it was just so bad, like so painful. So I'm teaching today everything I've learned because I am just like fully equipped with so many tools of how to live an exuberantly joyful life, how to have everything that you'd like to have in your life and more, and to realize that there's enough for everybody existing on this planet. There are like literally like for all you business people out there, there are investors for everyone. There's enough abundance for everybody. There's no such thing as lack and limitation. So what's it going to take for people to stop competing with one another in the world? What is it going to take for people to shift into this, you know, feminine model of collaboration where it's like, hey, I got extra. Here's some extra for you. Oh yeah, I got some extra, you know, food in my garden. Let me go ahead and share it, and let me just go ahead and then all of a sudden you get blessed by the, you know, the Holy Spirit or by God or by love or by bliss, and you're like, boom, all of a sudden you have, you know, more than enough, and you're overflowing with abundance. So what would it be like if we could start getting these practices and teaching out into the world where people could feel really inspired to like want to share more and give more and not like function from so much like greed, like, oh, I have, you know, $1 billion and I'm not going to even share $1 with Alicia. You know, okay, I'm talking about Starbucks. I love you, Starbucks. Thank you for your sponsorship. I'm not going to talk bad about you. But it would be great if you could actually contribute more than the coffee. I'd really love that. Because I can't keep drinking coffee all the time. Like, you know, Dr. Wayne Dyer says, coffee is only for coffee enema. It's for cleansing out the body. It's not really for, you know, drinking all the time. Like, it's great for the brain and for the stimulation of the brain. But at the same time, yeah, like, I love you, Starbucks, and I appreciate your sponsorship. And I do like the new energy drink you have out. It's really awesome. And I'd love to be drinking it on the next TV episode. Okay, so let's move back into Reiki and abundance. Okay, so Reiki, spiritual wisdom. So I think, you know, our aunts, and I'm going to stop thinking for a moment, but what I'm going to share is that our ancestors, they were programmed with things like the Great Depression. You know, they were programmed with like so many like hard lessons to learn. And the truth is, like, once we hit that shift in 2012, boom, we don't have to learn any lessons anymore. It's like we ascended as being, as like a humanity. Like we've actually ascended into a consciousness where we can like literally choose way more for ourselves than we ever have. So like, why are we still living in the past and buying into all these lies about like scarcity and poverty? It's all a joke. Like none of it's real. Wake up, everybody. Like share the message. Let's all wake up together in like perfect love, trust, and abundance in totality with ease and grace. And everything that doesn't allow it, guess what? Let's run the clearing statement. Destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, gold, 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what's going to happen is our bars are going to activate. The clearing statement is going to clear out all the old thoughts, feelings, emotions. Woo! That right there is called Kundalini Yoga. If you've never, or Kundalini Energy. If you missed my first episode, I did a demonstration with my beautiful friend Shayna Joy and Anthony Menendez. We did Kundalini Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga, and Acro Yoga. So for the first episode, it was really cool. I got to really educate all you out there about the breath of fire and activating this energy, this dormant energy at the base of the spine. So basically, this Kundalini energy can be activated by calling upon a spiritual guide named Yogi Bhajan, who from the 60s, he started teaching this practice because what it does It heals the body. It literally blasts through like any type of energy blockages in the body, as well as it brings upon these states of like ecstasy and happiness and bliss and joy. And you're literally just like overflowing with abundance of love and joy and happiness. So Kundalini Yoga, it came forth with basically a way for people to get off drugs and for them to experience like a natural high without having to choose to do drugs, which most of them are not legal. So the other thing too is that like in Access Consciousness, they'll share something like entities, and they'll say, drugs are not good because they actually bring upon like a lot of like dark energies and things that kind of like stick to you that are like, do you ever notice like, the next day after like a bar, they say spirits for a reason, like alcohol, because like a lot of things like energies can like stick kind of to your spirit or whatever. So that's why like Reiki is so cool, because like instantly it's like you can clear and cleanse away your spirit, or you can clear away like anything that is not you, and you can like put up your energetic protection, clear your energy through your chakra system, activate your bars, you can activate your Kundalini energy, and you can just start really living a life full of like supreme bliss and joy. And don't get me wrong, like you're not going to exist like this every single moment. Like you're actually going to have experiences that are going to be like basically testing you to see, are you going to use your tools,